This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. I'm delighted today to be joined with George Groves. Had to hustle a little bit for this one, but how did you sort of find those nights of fights at York Hall?
Yeah, great. Matty Harris was awesome. Yeah, obviously just blasted the guy out there in seconds. Harlem Eubank boxed really well. Another great learning fight for him. And although I ain't going to give him any more learning fights for much longer because he's 17-0 now, so it's time to crack on. But he boxed really well. Happy with him. And then a great trade fight there at the end. Scarf saw out Dijon. I'm not sure how we pronounce that, but really good. I always love York Hall. I just discovered a new area York Hall I never knew about before. If you come round the back, you do a left and you pivot round here. No, great, really good.
How far off do you feel like Harlem Eubank is? You said there's no more learning fights for him now, but domestically super lightweight, you've got Dalton Smith, Adam Azim, all these guys. How far off do you feel like he is from a potential British title shot?
Yeah, I think he's there. He's a classy operator. He will. He's in the division with two of the best prospects out there, though. Obviously Adam Azim and Dalton Smith. So, I probably wouldn't know whether to pick him in front of them two guys. I've seen a lot more of Adam Azim than I have Dalton Smith, but Adam Azim is a frightening talent, amazing talent, and has moved on much quicker. Come through me. Good luck. Well done tonight, Harlem's on his way.
I know you sort of said, you said to me about the AJ, but obviously we'll just touch on it now. Just a little question. How much do you feel like AJ needs to prove tomorrow against Franklin, where the back's against his wall slightly, people are doubting him, he's just come off back-to-back losses against Alexander Usyk. How important do you feel like this is his career? Do you feel like this could be potentially one of the biggest fights of his career, where all the backs are against the wall for him?
Yeah, sure, definitely, yeah. Doesn't want to lose now. He can't have 3 back-to-back defeats, so the pressure's on.
Absolutely. And just sort of last question. Obviously, it came out that Benn could potentially be fighting Chris Eubank in Abu Dhabi. Just wanted sort of your thoughts. I know it's sort of not much to do with you, but just sort of your thoughts about what's all going on. With the whole situation where the board and everyone's going back and forth. I spoke to Nissa yesterday, and he was like, everyone sort of needs to stop bitching at each other.
Who said that?
Nissa said that.
Yeah.
Nissa, would you sort of agree with that? Is it sort of almost getting tiring now, where everyone's going back and forth?
No, man, I've got no dog in that fight. I've got a lot of time for both guys, and I have done throughout their careers. I'm not in touch with any of them. They've been part of either of their teams, but I've been a supporter of Conor Benn at the start of his career. I thought, I identified something in him that I liked, and that was his desire and tenacity. And I would say I got no dog in the fight. I don't know what the situation is with Conor. Likewise, I've got a lot of time for Chris. So, if they want to have a roll around in Abu Dhabi or somewhere and get paid a lot of money for it, and it can be done, then so be it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. George, thank you for your time, mate. I appreciate it. I know it was a bit of rush hour. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you.